Oh, welcome everybody. I am sitting in the greenhouse, which is really more just like a smoking room. Some of you know I smoke, some of you don't. Doesn't matter, but this keeps me relatively warm to the compared to the negative sub-zero temps that are here right now. Wind chills are like negative 30. It's a lot of fun here in the Midwest. Anyway, a couple of people have asked me, like on Discord and elsewhere, to make a video, a comfort video. So I thought I would just like make a comfort video and just for those of you who are out there worried about holding on to your Grayscale shares and what might be coming with like a Litecoin ETF and all that stuff. I thought I would just I could put on some background music. I'm thinking like what might be good is like my dad used to have reel-to-reel tapes. And I actually bought a reel-to-reel tape recorder. I know this is not off topic, but you got to listen to me for watching this video, or you can just pause it. It's up to you. But he would play like easy listening, like out of the 50s and 60s. And I think that would be like fitting to just like get people in the mood to just like chill a little bit. Have some cognac, have an espresso, have a cigar, have a vape, have a cigarette, have whatever you need. Take a deep breath. And I always like when this time comes, like I just zoom out, This is what we're zooming out right now. We're looking at a 5-year, multi-year chart of BCHG, and we're seeing where the prices are now compared to where they got last cycle. And even last cycle, they weren't, nearly as good as what we think we can get this year, just because BCH itself did not perform as well. And we're already doing really well in BCH. I think we'll have a really great run, but maybe not. I mean, maybe the crypto gods going to be mean to us, and for whatever reason, they're going to strike us down, and it'll be a horrible investment. I do want to show you an investment that I really have regrets about in just a moment, but we're just zooming out here on BCHG. This is why I don't sell my shares yet, because the time is coming sooner than later. I don't know when. I don't have a crystal ball. I wish I did. If I had a crystal ball, man, I would sell it for a lot more than I could probably make in Grayscale. But I don't. I'm still looking for it. Trying to find it on eBay. Nobody's selling theirs yet. Let's take a look at LTCN, because that's what a lot of people are in. Let's take a look at LTCN. We're going to look at the multi-year chart, because again, it's like, oh my God, if you look at the 1 day, you're like, what's happening? Or you look at the 1 year, you're like, oh my God, we're down so much. This is terrible. You want to have a heart attack, and something's not, your blood pressure is going high. Again, take a deep breath. I want you to just like picture in your head, this is like a sign of going senile, but picture in your head, as if you will, like music playing, or somebody just saying soothing words, like it's going to be okay. So this is the 1 year. And if you got in during the pump back in like Q1, Q2, then you're probably like, this is a shit investment. This is terrible. This is what, newbies do. Don't worry. We've all done it. If you're a newbie, that's okay. We've all done it. Me too. But if we look at the 5-year, this is kind of what I look at when I think of what could come. Not what's guaranteed to come. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have a crystal ball. We've got price predictions potentially that take LTCN much higher than what it did last cycle. Could be, theoretically. That'd be awesome. That's what we're all hoping for. May not happen. Might just get back to where it did last cycle. I'd also be okay with that, because it's still a pretty nice return. And even if it doesn't get quite there, it's still a really nice return. I mean, just look at this chart. This is ridiculous. This is a ridiculously low price for LTCN right now. That's just my opinion. I'm going to light a cigarette here, because I'm about to show you an investment. This is one of my investing regrets. Hold on. There we go. For those of you that want to know, I'm smoking an American Spirit Gold, which is like the organic tobacco, I think. Pretty nice. I kind of switched from the orange, which were like their ultralights. I'm having an espresso. So I'm chilling, just like out like a villain, chilling like a villain in the greenhouse here, which is I'm not using to grow anything other than my spirit. It's just like, this is a good place to meditate and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I'm going to show you, now that I've had a drag of my cigarette, I'm going to take another one. I'm going to show you an investment that was mentioned on our Discord, that some people were in, and they're like, oh, this is doing really well. And so I looked at this a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, motherfucker. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, why did I not get into this? And by the way, I've talked about rotation in the past. Imagine rotating from what I'm about to show you into Grayscale afterwards. I just want to do some quick math for you and see how you could become a zillionaire pretty easily. Let's go over to DEF, TF. Okay, we're looking at the 1 day. Nothing to nothing really to write home about. Let's take a look at the 5 year. Let's take a look at the 5 year right now. Okay. So this is where, when I saw this, I wanted to throw up in my mouth a little bit, which is why I needed to. I'm going to take another sip of espresso here. Probably another drag of my cigarette. So I just want to make a point, like, here, before I do that. Like, if I had gone into, or you had gone into this in basically the depths of the bear market and bought it for 6 cents a share. 6 cents, okay? It is now over $3, which means at this point in time, you would have done a 50x. Let me repeat that a little bit slower. A 50x, that's 50. So if you put $1,000 in there right now, or in the bear market, you would have like $50,000 or so, approximately, right now. If you were to take that $50,000, cash out, like in a tax-free environment. I'm not going to calculate taxes here. I'm having a cigarette. I'm not going to do this. You do it. But like in an IRA, if you've done a 50x and then you rotate into LTCN and BCHG, and if you're able to get a 20x out of that, you would have achieved a 50x on this, and then a 20x potentially in LTCN or BCHG, for a total of a 1,000x return. That would turn every single $1,000 that you put into this investment back in the bear market into $1 million. I just want to let you know that, just so you feel as good and warm and fuzzy as I do, that any one of you probably who watched my channel could have become a millionaire if you just followed this path. Now, I didn't. Probably a lot of you didn't either. There are probably a lot of people watching this in regret, just like I am. That's okay. Suck it up. This is the way it is, Buttercup. And but next cycle, I'm going to go into this. I don't know if it'll do as well next cycle. I don't care. I'm going to try it. I'll put something in here. And MSTU and Connell, they'll, I think it's a 1.5x or 2x long Coinbase and MicroStrategy, all that stuff. I'm going in there. Okay, because I figured, I'm like, well, I can rotate, if it happens like this again next cycle, where you're able to get even a 20x and God forbid a 50x before Grayscale takes off. Holy crap. Good investment. But I just wanted to share this because if you were feeling bad about your Grayscale, I just wanted to point out why you should feel even worse that you weren't into DEFTF, however you pronounce it, DEFTF, as in what the fuck, why didn't I invest in this? So this is another crypto ETF, just FYI. But yeah, so if you didn't feel bad enough about your investment already, just look at that chart for a little bit and just do the math, like what you put into Grayscale. If you had first instead put it into this and then rotated into Grayscale, then how do you feel? Post in the comment, please, how you feel after watching this video and hearing that news and looking at this investment. This is not a tiny investment either. It's not low liquidity. I just want to take a look and show you. So there's $1 billion market cap. They almost 1 million shares traded. So we're just shy of about $3 million in volume per day traded on this thing. So it's not like a dinky little Grayscale source. A lot of volume right now, and it's probably gonna go up. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't have a crystal ball. I have a rear view mirror like you all do, and it's not always fun to use because you look back and you go, oh my God, what did I do? But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. My cigarette went out, and I have to make this like a babysitting video to make people feel better. So I hope that makes you feel better, even if you missed out on this. Or MicroStrategy or whatever. You still have potentially, hopefully, a repeat at least, or something similar to last cycle to look forward to, for example, a Grayscale, hopefully. So there's at least some hope for you and I that we can still make some money. Whether we do or not, again, like I said, is up to the crypto gods. Who knows what's going to happen? We are at the whimsy of FOMO buyers. They are our liquidity. I've said this before. If they don't come in, we're screwed. If nobody wants to buy Grayscale, As the prices go up, the prices won't go up because nobody's going to buy, and the prices will stay suppressed. That's the way it is. That's how it works in the market. So just because Litecoin or Bitcoin Cash is going up or any crypto is going up does not mean that the Grayscale trust associated with it is going up, because the prices have to be supported by demand. And demand is driven by FOMO buyers. When the prices start to go up, they have come in the past. Hopefully they come again. Otherwise, you and I, we're going to be full of regret. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't know about you. I don't like that. I still had, like a 3x return or 4x maybe on my Grayscale overall investment. Not bad. I guess I can't complain about that. Way less than what I'd like, but definitely not a 50x on a DEFTF. All right, let me talk about a little bit about, because somebody was complaining about the fact that I hadn't made a video about the potential Litecoin ETF from, I think the filing came from Canary. I've never heard about them ever before, so I don't know. I'm not like an investing genius. When I hear the name Canary, I think canary in the coal mine. Like either things are going to go good or go bad. Like the canary is going to live or not. It's going to die or survive. I don't know. We're going to find out. So I would imagine, especially with the new administration moving in, that crypto ETFs will be approved. Now the question is when, right? So when? So I can't remember. It was about a year ago when the Bitcoin ETFs finally got approved. And they were like in consideration for several months. I think the SEC they were required to respond within a 9-month period of the filing. I believe. I could be wrong. I'm not an expert. Post a comment if you know the real deal. But I think that's what it was. So, potentially that's what we have, that the SEC has to make a decision within like that same period, like i.e. 9 months from when Canary actually filed. If that happens, in my opinion, that will put us well into the bull run. So, but who knows? Because if the crypto gods punish us more, maybe the bull run won't start to the end of this year. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think it's going to wait that long, but I think it can be soon. But I've been thinking that for like 3 months, so don't trust me. I'm just a dude on YouTube who's not actually even showing his face. I'm like Oracle. I'm like, or I should start criticizing every YouTuber out there right now, because that's what Oracle does. He's hilarious. If you've never seen him, he's hilarious to follow. But anyway, so yeah, so that's kind of the scoop. I don't even know if you're still tuning in right now. I just landed back, by the way, from Florida, where it was still chilly. I mean, I can't complain. Like today in Orlando, it was like 40, low 40s or something when I woke up, and I was freezing, but nothing compared back to the Midwest, where it's like the air temp minus wind chill is like currently like negative 12 or something. Very unpleasant, and the wind chills are close to like negative 30. It's that kind of stuff where you go outside for 10 minutes to have a cigarette and your arm falls off because it freezes. So not very fun. But let's say Canary, again, I'm rambling because it's the end of the day. I'm having a smoke, chilling, drinking some espresso. Let's say Canary gets an approval. They might get approved like right away, pronto. That could happen. What would happen in that case? Okay, let's go through a scenario. Let's say Canary gets approved like in the next 2 months for the ETF. Now we've got an ETF that's available in brokerage accounts that trades at spot, essentially at NAV with Litecoin. Investors who want to get into Litecoin might be more inclined to invest in that ETF versus LTCN, because why would you pay premium for LTCN when you can get it at spot? They might be thinking that, or it might not dissuade too many people, because people might see still what Grayscale did last cycle, where if they buy in, even if the price is kind of high, but they think the premiums could go higher, they might still make a wager to get into LTCN. So you never know how this stuff is going to play out. I think overall, Litecoin having an ETF is very positive for Litecoin and the overall crypto space, just like the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. I think it's very positive. I don't like the fact that it's kind of being brought up right at the gate at the start of the cycle for like altcoins. So I don't, because it can totally screw with the bull run that we see in Grayscale. I think if you're a native Litecoin, I think it's going to be a positive thing for you. I do. I don't know how positive, but I think it would be. Grayscale, it might not be as positive as what you think. I mean, Litecoin could go higher because of the ETF than what it would otherwise normally. So even if we get reduced premiums in LTCN, for example, it still might be okay. Like greater NAV price and a smaller premium could still have a really good return. I have no idea what it's going to be. Nobody does, honestly. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Now, if Grayscale were to approach the SEC and say, "Hey, we want LTCN to be converted to an ETF," I think the SEC would deny them simply because there are premiums on the trust right now. And the SEC says they're supposed to be on the side of investors. It's like every government agency. They say they care about us. They don't. And that's just the way it is. So they're in it to protect the big interest. Do not, I hope none of you are like believers in the bullshit the government puts out. The SEC is not there for you and I to protect us. It's to protect the super big, ultra rich. That's who it's there to protect, honestly. But theoretically, since they said they're on the side of investors, then they definitely should not convert LTCN to an ETF because it would crush investors if we were to drop back to NAV. People who bought in higher, especially, it would have a very negative effect on them if they paid a high premium when they got in. Those who bought in when LTCN was at a discount, then you're actually, you'd be okay because LTCN would be going up to NAV. Again, I do not see this scenario playing out. I do not believe the SEC would do this. Grayscale has not filed for this, from what I can tell. I doubt they would, given the fact that we're at a premium and at the start of the cycle. I don't think they would. I think it's interesting. I just want to say this, the Canary, I never heard of them. All right. They're not the names that we heard for like Bitcoin ETF. Like nobody involved in the Bitcoin ETFs has brought up Litecoin. I think it's cool that Canary's out there. I'm surprised they're the only one. We'll see. Bitcoin Cash I think has zero probability of becoming getting an ETF this cycle. Now that I've said that, it's probably guaranteed because the crypto gods are going to smack me upside the head and we're going to have a Bitcoin Cash ETF by July or something. I don't see it happening. It might not even happen next cycle. We'll really have to pay attention to dynamics, I guess, of the political movement, crypto, all that stuff. But I think we'll be okay. Like I said, this video was requested a couple times because people just need comfort. So this is sort of like, it's like a fireside chat without me being at the side of a fire. I'm lighting a fire with my cigarette. I have a warm heater blowing on me. It's a little chilly, a little warm, kind of right there in between. I have a hat on and a jacket on in the greenhouse because it's still a little chilly, but it's a lot warmer than outside. But it's like a comfort video. And I'm sorry, I don't have the music. If I did, the video would probably be blocked in some country because, like I said, the easy listening music from the 50s and 60s probably is still copyright protected, and they'd block this video. And I just think you should be able to hear my voice of comfort that it will be okay. Even if you missed out on DefTF, just like I did. I just want to show this again, just to rub it in for all of us that were not in here. Again, that if you had gotten in here at 6 cents, you would, and you had a while to get in here, right? This is not, it's even if you paid 8 cents or 12 cents or whatever. Okay, so you got a 25 to 50x. Not bad, right? Not bad. 1,000 in, you got it 25 to 50 grand, and then you can rotate it if you want. Or not rotate it. I don't know. I mean, it seems like I'm going to do this next cycle. I'm going to try it. I'm not going to go all into DefTF, but it's going to be one of the investments I make. But I thought I'd just share this again. Like, if you want to cry some tears about something, don't cry about LTCN and BCHG right now. You can be sad that they haven't launched. Me too. But I'm keeping myself busy with stuff, right? I got stuff going on. You do too. So it's okay. But yeah, I'm just, have a drink or have a smoke or meditate or do something, go run and eat something healthy just to deal with the fact that you probably weren't in DefTF from the bottom of the bear market, just like me. All right, that's it for this video. If you guys are like another comfort video from me and you would like me to try to play music of some kind, maybe some Sinatra, maybe some Mantovani, maybe some Bach, maybe anything, just let me know and I'll see if I can do it. Like I said, YouTube will probably block it because they're like cock blockers. You try to play something that's even 50 years old, they'll be like, somebody somewhere still has a copyright on that thing and it can't be played. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you are someplace warmer than I am, and we will hopefully see the crypto gods do their thing sooner than later, and we can start to see the Grayscale Trust, LTCN, BCHG rise. And hopefully, they don't punish us too badly. Hopefully, all the trusts don't rise at the same time, because that's probably what's going to happen, and all rotation options throughout the Grayscale Trust are going to be off the table. That's probably what's going to happen. And all the miners, they're going to pop at the same time. There will be no rotation options, basically. So that's probably what's going to happen this cycle. That's the way it's going to go down, just because things are different this time, obviously. And for whatever reason, we are being punished by the crypto gods. Hopefully, this video provides you with some type of comfort. I don't know how it possibly could, but just maybe it could. I don't know. Hope you guys are doing well. Join Discord if you didn't already. I don't know why you didn't already. Maybe you got banned. I don't know. Link, it should be in the description unless I'm too lazy to do that or I forget. Whatever. Hope you guys are doing well. I will catch you guys soon. Take care.